Okay, thank you everybody. Welcome to this brokerage event on the topic logistics networks, integration and harmonization through operational connectivity to optimize flows and drive logistics to climate neutrality. We are more than 30 people here connected. And then what we will do is that we'll do a very brief introduction to the brokerage tools that you all have available in the frame of the Alice network, and also go through a briefing of the topic. I hope it works well. I have prepared, but I need to connect to several sites and hope everything works good, well. This is the first time we organize something like this, so then we for sure will have a lot of food, a lot of room for improvement. And we expect you to provide us with feedback at the end, but also you can always share with me your thoughts and idea how could be better. And then the main part of this session is that we ask Alice members interested to join forces for this topic to prepare their profiles, their partner profiles, and some of you here have prepared that. So then we will give the floor to these organizations for a few minutes, so then they can introduce their expertise and interest in the call topic. So then on the brokerage tools, we in the past we usually did face-to-face meetings and brokerage events, and that are very handy and much more practical for this type of events. But due to the still lasting COVID-19 circumstances, we thought it was not going to be possible, and maybe hopefully things improve quite soon. But as we don't have the crystal ball for that, we decided to move on with these brokerage events, and we decided to do in a focus on a topic because being online, maybe it was good to have these sessions per topic, and then we could have them in different moments for different topics. Then we are also testing how it can work better for making the links or finding partners or connections virtually. And we have several tools for that. We have you all receive information on this, the Alice members, so then you can find who was interested in this topic in the brokerage platform. That is B2Match, and then you have in the presentation the link. So then many of the people here are also in the call. You can then there, if you find interesting to have a call, you can always come here and request meetings to these people. You can do in a different way, but I think this is handy. And then remember that in order to request meetings, you need to be logged in. Then here in the event page, you have more information on the different activities that we will be performing, and in particular the next brokerage on the topic on urban freight that will be on the 22nd of February. You can save the date, and then you have also how it works, so then you know how you make it work and how you can connect, how you can publish your expertise and your profiles, and then you can also have an overview of all the different topics that are relevant for Alice in the calls open in 2022. And then here you also have links to the particular areas within the knowledge platform. So if you are not familiar with this, maybe you can have a look to it and then try to use it. Then the second option or second way to stay connected is indeed the topic area within the knowledge platform, that it's restricted, and then you need the Alice 2022 enrollment key to enter. So then if you go there, as I think I'm enrolled, I can directly enter into this place, and then here you have information on the topic. We will go through it later on. And then in a more general way, you have also, the ALICE members Horizon Europe group, that it's a group in which you can find information on additional topics. Now, eventually, very soon, also the new calls, the new work programs for 23-2024. Actually, for the Cluster 5 work program, member states receive already the work program last Friday. I have not received yet. So if any of you have it and you are so kind to share with me, then I will facilitate. Otherwise, I will find it. No worries about that. But if you can help me with that, that's good. And here you have different areas. For example, information on the topics. You have here an Excel file with all the topics and some information. So then you have, and then we plan to do this for the calls also 22-2023. Then if we go back to the topic, and first of all, how ALICE can support in this process. As you know, since 2020, we are now able to join consortiums as long as at least 3 ALICE members are partner in those consortiums, and we need to receive an invitation. And then our role, it's restricted not to the technical areas, but to find user requirements and validation, to creation of stakeholders forums for our members and also these type stakeholders, and supporting dissemination, communication, outreach, and exploitation. Then what we can also do is, independently of we are partners of a consortium or not, if you are forming a consortium but you are looking for companies or particular organizations type profiles, we in ALICE, we have a very strong broad network. So then I'm quite sure we can support you finding those profiles or partners that you are missing in your consortiums. And then of course we can also support you through the program of liaison with projects, and then you have the information in the ALICE website. If you have any question, you can always contact me. So then, as an introduction to the topic, this topic was one of the topics we discussed with the European Commission upon the preparations of the work program. Indeed, in our recommendations to the Commission that you can, by the way, find in the Horizon Europe ALICE group, you can find here in this is the site I was before. So then you can find here this document with the recommendations, and one of those recommendations, actually we may eventually go there, is on this subject, and there you can see there are some similarities between what the Commission put forward in the work program and what we were putting in our recommendations. And so then, yeah, you can always have a hint here, because here you have also some additional information and some other elements that we were sharing with the Commission. But for example, you see in the you can see here there are some items that we included in our recommendations that were also part of the topic description. In this regard, you may also have a look to the physical internet roadmap. Actually, this topic came into the discussion with the European Commission while we were drafting our roadmap to the physical internet, and the Commission was asking us, if you remember, we had a meeting in Vienna, what could be the next steps in research and innovation in order to implement the roadmap, and this is the background of the topic. It's very uncertain how this will be taken. Normally, the European Commission provides or gives a briefing to the evaluators for the topics evaluation. So I guess information that I will be sharing with you today will be also hopefully in that briefing. So then I would, if I was myself putting forward a proposal, I would really look into these documents and make reference in the proposal. Then you can also find good insights into the topic. Then going into the topic itself, the call it's opened and will be open until the 6th of September. So then we have still 7-8 months to go, actually, no, 6-7 months to go. And so then we have still plenty of time, but it's now a very good time to start working, or I know some consortiums are already working on this. And it's an innovation action. This means that the funding doesn't go 100% for companies particular, and TRL is 6-7. So what I would strongly recommend is that you really join the topic area in the knowledge platform, and then if you go there, you will find relevant information on the topic. Primarily, what I have done already is to include all the profiles of the organizations that will be presenting later today into this place. So then you can revisit all these materials, and you can also directly link to the person, and then you can through the platform you can send them a message. And always when you send a message over the platform, this message is also delivered through an email. So it's quite practical if you want to connect to people. And then what else more? If we go into the expected outcome, I highlighted also in bold what I think is the most relevant aspects of this topic, and particularly in the outcomes is the better utilization of the assets and other resources in the freight transport and logistics chain within Europe. And I underline within Europe because when we were discussing the topic with the Commission, we wanted this topic to focus on intra-European flows and not so much on container flows coming or leaving ports, because there were other topics focusing on that, and particularly on shared logistics networks. Within the scope, there are a lot of wording in the scope and description that you can also find in the physical internet roadmap. Is integration and harmonization of closed interdependent logistics networks and cluster of networks. So here, let me do it a little bit bigger so maybe you can see better. And then open source services to manufacturers, retailers, focusing on intra-European flows, again, intra-European. And one important point here, we were discussing in the past, most of the horizontal collaboration projects were focused on zippers, and zippers are important, but in this case, it was clear that to go into the next level, we needed to work more closely with logistics service providers, and that's why it's highlighted in a couple of places. Then it's expected to have pilot actions, demonstrations, and cases, and then in which here I also underline system of logistics networks, because this is a chapter of our physical internet roadmap, and really how to create easy links between independent logistics networks, how to easily pull demand and flows within the different logistics networks. So the proposals need to address all the following points and sub-points. So then this is really important. And then it's to develop this collaborative framework and guiding principles. So how to exploit this in the future, addressing governance and anti-competition law. Then there is pilot cases, and what is expected, maybe not in all pilot cases, you need to address all these bullet points, but with all the pilots, you need to address all these points, and then identify and assess main barriers towards horizontal collaboration. I also included here some possible good references for you as you are moving forward into the preparation, or also gathering to whom you may also contact for getting into partnerships, or you would like to join forces with. And particularly, I highlight this cloud report that we deliver in the BUSLOG project on coordination and collaboration, in which there is really an overview of all past projects that could be relevant, and the learnings, the main outcomes and results in the deliverables of those projects, and also then you can also have a look to the physical internet roadmap, but also the full version, not only the executive summary, which is much more rich, and also we deliver a report on the physical internet development monitoring, in which you may find a lot of examples, and I think these two documents, or these documents here, could be really valuable for drafting the state of the art, and we will make sure the commission brief with these documents, or we'll try at least commission brief with these documents, so then we hope there is no repetition compared to the other, and really projects start from the current situation and state of the art. In the call topic, it's mentioned two projects, CO3 and NextTrust, and here you can also link to these projects in the knowledge platform. Particularly, you may look into the partners in those projects that are also ALICE members, and then if you want to contact them, we can facilitate that, obviously. And then the same goes for NextTrust, in which you have other partners here. Some of them, I think you are in the call, so then maybe you can just put a message in the chat if you consider it appropriate. And then that's all on my side. I went very fast into the briefing, but I think it's more important to go into the next points. I see some of you are already connected. You can see here, you can see all people that are following here in this link, and then you can see all people that follow this area, and then you can easily contact them. And then here you have some tags that are linked to some of the contents and profiles of the people and on the contents here. So then that's all on my side. I hope it has been useful, and then we are Ben, if you have any question or comment, just use the chat, and meantime the people are presenting, I will try to address. If not, at the end of the webinar, we can also invest a little bit of time to answer any question you may have. I think everything, or how to do things, it's already included in the slides that you received. So, but still very happy to support you in this process, as I think it's very new for all of us, and happy to support you on this one. So then we have here today 11 ALICE members that will present. I received the notification from Bill they cannot make it, so then I still show their slides. And then the idea is that every organization will have 3-4 minutes for maximum for their intervention, and then when after 3 minutes I will switch on my camera, and if you arrive to the 4 minutes, I'll need to stop you, and I'll try to do it in a polite way. But yeah, because if we go too far on the timing, we'll not have time to finish on time. And then for the rest, you may ask questions in the chat, in private and public. In GoToMeeting, you can send private messages that are very handy if you want to connect to particular people. And then you may also ask for meetings in the brokerage tool, as I was presenting before. So then I think the first presenter is Aoife from Ampost. So then I hope Aoife can hear us, and yeah, you are there.
Hi, Fernando, how are you?
Thank you. I'm very well, thank you. I try to put your profile in this slide. I'm not sure it can be read very well, but I hope so for people. Now the floor is yours.
Thank you, Fernando. And hello, everyone. For those of you I've not met before, as Fernando said, my name is Aoife, and I work as an environmental executive for An Post. And so I'll just give a very brief overview of An Post, just to give you some information on who we are and what we do. We're Ireland's national postal operator, so we serve approximately 2.2 million addresses every working day, and we have a range of post offices, and we serve approximately 1.7 million people in our post offices every week as well. We employ over 9,000 people, and that makes us one of Ireland's largest companies. So An Post is split into kind of two businesses. We have An Post Retail, so that's our post office network, where we provide financial, banking, retail services and access to government services. And then we have our other branch, which is An Post Mails and Parcels, and through that, that's where we deliver our postal service to every home and business in Ireland, and our international and national e-commerce, logistics and mail marketing. As an organisation, we have 3 major mail centres, one in Dublin, one in Portlaoise and one in Athlone. And we have a distribution centre in the south of the country in Cork. We have over 100 delivery units, and these are located in every major city and town in Ireland. So An Post has a presence throughout the country, be it in our retail offices or our delivery network. We have over 4,000 vehicles, and of that we have over 1,000 electric vehicles. So we have one of the largest electric fleets in Ireland. Extensively, our light commercial fleet is quite significantly electric now, and we do have Ireland's first 7.5 ton electric trucks in operation as well, 2 in Dublin and 1 in Cork. And as a result of that, we have the largest private charging network in Ireland, with over approximately 1,300 chargers. So John Smith, who is the head of sustainable infrastructure at An Post, who unfortunately couldn't join the call today, he's one of the vice chairs of ALICE's thematic group, efficient and low emissions assets and energies. So we are heavily involved in ALICE through that and another. So in relation to European projects, and it's mentioned there, we are involved in Project Senator. We're consortium partners of Project Senator, which is Horizon 2020 project, started in September 2020. The main aim of the project is to develop a smart network operator as a control tower, supported on an ICT platform that will work as a support tool for decision making, integration and planning of all logistics operations. In order to test it, the online Senator platform will be validated in 2 urban living labs in Zaragoza in Spain and in Dublin in Ireland. And our main task in An Post is to develop, run and validate Dublin's urban living lab. Through Project Senator, An Post is responsible for creating an urban consolidation centre in one of our delivery units in Dublin. So it is that is in process at the moment. We're developing our online platform, and we're hoping that our urban consolidation centre will be a place where all parcels and packets into the Dublin area, into our urban living lab, will be consolidated from all logistics providers. And I suppose that's the link to this call, that we believe the skills and learnings from that would make us an asset to a consortium for a project like the one that we're here for today. I see Fernando has popped back up, so I'll leave there. I hope that was clear for everyone.
At least for me, it was very clear, Aoife. Thank you very much. Also keeping the time. And then, as I said, any question, comment, or if you want to reach Aoife, you can do in private. And here you have also the connection details. So then the next organization, it's CARA, the European Cluster for Mobility Cluster, and Jean-Baptiste, I can see you here. Thank you.
Yes, hello everyone. Thank you, Fernando. I apologize for the mask. I have to keep it on. I'm in the office right now. I'm Jean-Baptiste Hahn. I'm the head of the European Affairs at CARA, European Cluster for Mobility Solution. I put it wrong on the slide, sorry. So we are a cluster based in Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes, France, and we are gathering more than 250 members. We have a wide range of members as we are covering 6 sectors: industrial vehicles, automotive industry, air-guided transport, river transport, and even active mobility since a few months. So we have a really wide range, and we are actually working on several subjects, especially on logistics, with a very multimodal transport approach. That's why actually it's very interesting for us in this topic. That's something that we would like to provide here. I put on the slides the 2 main contributions that we would like here to propose. There is 2 others that are a little bit less important for us, but I would also explain it to you what we would like to do. So first of all, it's as we are a cluster, a network, it's stakeholders engagement, of course. We have the different companies from the logistics, OEMs, universities, research centers that could be interesting on the different results and that could bring their own expertise within the project. What we can propose here is to integrate all these actors, all these members through the networks, through CARA. What we do in a very practical way, we are running interviews, we are running surveys to go in depth with our network and with our own companies. We can do that only with our regional network. It's quite a bit more complicated at the European level with our other partners, and we don't know them as much as we know them in our region. So this is the first part, and the second part of this stakeholders engagement is what we do on a daily basis. It's a creation of workshop, a dynamic workshop to make it a little bit more original and to emphasize all the idea and to inspire, as I mentioned in the slide. We do have a creative approach for this and a creative methodology for this workshop in order to emphasize all the person, all the ideas, and to make it a little bit more interesting for everyone. The second activities that we are actually running is without a surprise, if I meant, communication and dissemination activities in this kind of project. As we are a network, we can reach a lot of different partners within our region, but also at the European level. So I put it to already identify events at the international level, but in France, where we are already implemented and where we could disseminate the results of such project. And I saw you, Fernanda, but for the 2 last activities that we could implement with this kind of project is coordination support. Even if we never did that at the European level, but only with our regional partners, especially with local authorities. So we are used to it in this kind of level. And the second one is for the different pilot experience, the pilot phases. We're used to monitor and to evaluate and to create the methodology to monitor and evaluate, these different pilots. So I think that's here for me. Thank you very much. Okay. And if you want more detail, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean-Baptiste. And then the next one is Itene. I don't know if Luis.
Yes. Here. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you well. We
can see you as well.
Now we can. Yeah. Okay. Now we can see.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and good afternoon to everyone. I am Luis Viguer, head of the European Proposals Unit at Itene. Itene is a Spanish research center dealing with the development of solutions for many things: sustainable materials, recycling, biotechnology, health and safety. Okay, all these capabilities were born around the packaging sector. Okay, but we have grown further beyond that. And of course, we are a reference center for transport, logistics, mobility. We have a successful track record of more than 70 participations in European projects between FP7 and H2020, including 14 coordinated projects. We have been, let's say, so successful since we have a quite flexible approach. Okay, we can coordinate proposals or just go as technical coordinators or work package leaders, pilot or demo leaders, etc., etc. And besides, we can provide, we have more than 200 people working here, almost 50 PhDs, okay, and we also include more than 7,000 square meters of facilities for pilot plants, for laboratories, etc., etc. And we can, for instance, bring into the consortiums our strategy partners, okay, since we have behind us a strong ecosystem of organizations and companies from many sectors, to name some of them, the packaging and transport sectors. So we can involve them in the consortiums, and also municipalities and other public authorities if required. We can also reach them. And well, going a little bit into detail into our capabilities. For instance, we have a freight simulator for goods behavior assessment, okay, so that we can measure the accelerations, the impacts, and so on that a given good experiments throughout a journey, okay. We can also measure the emissions and propose reduction measures, okay, for a fleet for fleet management. We are also very active in electric vehicle deployment and also the charging infrastructure deployment. Okay, we are also very interested in the connected, cooperative, and automated mobility, of course, and we can provide our insights on on advanced traffic management, on logistics 4.0. We can also deal with development of new business models, okay, for last mile delivery. We can also bring definition of the scenarios in order to analyze the performance of vehicles and fleets and so on in real conditions, okay. And of course, we can also go for warehouse management optimization, design of logistics supply chains, and of course, all related with traceability. Okay, we can deploy Internet of Things and blockchain technologies. Okay, in order to make sure that we have the necessary traceability for a given product. Okay, and I can continue, but I think I'm going to close here just to mention some of the projects that we have been involved during these last years. I can mention Sweets, Tingo, Shelfie, Surefish, Excalibur, Plastic Circle, and EcoBulk. And I will be happy to provide you with further details on these projects or in our or related to our capabilities. Please let me know. Drop me a line through the brokerage event website or directly through email. You can see my email address here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you for the presentation. If I'm correct, you were also part of the CO3 project and Modulus Cap that are also relevant for this one. Then Angel, the floor is yours. Hello, Angel from Last Mile team.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Some of you know me already. We've been working together in the only European project we are working now so far, which is LEAD, is the Research and Innovation Action. We are a Spanish startup that has got several prizes and won different innovation and as well as social innovation competitions, pretty tech intensive. We manage a wide technology stack, particularly good at DevOps and escalating to industrial size any sort of software collection. We have already developed a framework that made us win in 2020 in April, one of the European hackathons on the Innovate Against the Virus, precisely with the same scope that this call is covering. On those days, we didn't find, if you remember the confusion, we didn't find logistics partners that were ready to undertake such a big job as to start to bring together a collaboration platform. I think now is the proper time, and we have already seen the effects of not having interoperable frameworks, cooperative frameworks to manage European transportation. We had all the Oreca fleet standing still all over Europe, and we did not have the capability to attend the different supply chains that emerged all of a sudden on makers of different equipment, protection equipment, and different respirators, 3D printers, and so on and so forth. So I think that's the right time to go for this project. We're absolutely keen to participate. As I say, we do have the technology expertise, we do have the innovation component, and we do have the social innovation tool as recognized by different European entities. So that's all I have to say today. We are really keen and eager to work with you guys and girls and make a great proposal to win this call. Thank you.
Thank you, Angel, for the very inspiring presentation. And I can only back what you said. And then let's move to the next one, Matthias. Hello, Matthias. The floor is yours.
So hello. I hope you can hear me.
Yes,
thanks, Fernando, for the introduction. So my name is Matthias. I'm from AIT, Austrian Institute of Technology. We are Austrian research and technology organization, and we have different expertise. And the first one is basically in the logistics sector and transportation sector. This is also where I am coming from. Integrated transport optimization and everything which is connected to this lies in our expertise. We have been involved in different projects, national and international ones, and we've done here a lot of logistic concepts development, evaluation of the logistic concepts, assessments of the impact also on the passenger and the freight sector and these things. And especially we are interested in the horizontal collaboration and white label logistics. For example, we have a large ongoing project in Graz, in the city of Graz in Austria, with white label logistics for the last mile. So yeah, we've a lot of things in this sector. Of course, we're also interested in automated mobility and also the integration of freight and passenger mobility. So not only focusing on the freight sector, but also integrating the passenger sector. And whenever anything is going on in transport optimization, it's in our expertise, and we are interested in this. So it can be the optimization of, for example, last mile deliveries, but it might also be optimization of, for example, traffic light optimization and these things, or maybe bus schedules. And so any type of transport optimization is something we're interested in. And since last year, we have been integrated also with our colleagues from the energy department or energy center, and so we also bring in a lot of knowledge now in the integration between the mobility sector and the energy sector. And so only to highlight here some of the main topics is, for example, energy markets. So everything related to where to get your energy from, especially for electric cars. How to buy this energy, this electricity, and these things. We have experts here, and also the flexibilities, which are especially in connection with the energy market. So, for example, you can use the electric vehicles also with the vehicle-to-grid technology as a buffer for the energy grid. And yeah, you can, how to say, do some clever management here, such that you can reduce your costs for the electricity if you do some clever moves here. Of course, a new topic, especially an Austrian new topic since the beginning of this year, because there is a new legislation, is energy communities. It's also European, so it should be already relevant in the rest of Europe as well, with the energy communities. So where private partners can produce energy and sell it on a bilateral basis. So this is also something where we have the expertise, and of course everything which is related to hydrogen, from the production over storage, transportation. We also know these things. And whenever we are talking about location planning, might be for mobility hubs, might be for charging stations, then it's also something that what we can bring in. And this is exactly what we are searching for. So bring in our expertise in relevant projects. And so if you have some need here, just contact me.
Thank you, Marias. Then next, it's entity data. Patricia, I think you're here. You have arrived. Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hear you. We can see you as well. So very good.
Perfect. Thank you, Fernando. So hello, good afternoon. My name is Patricia Jimenez. I work for Entity Data. We are a large ICT company working on different technologies, from artificial intelligence to IoT, cybersecurity, digital twin, and we apply them throughout different sectors. For instance, that is relevant to this call, it would be the public sector, the energy sector, and of course the logistics and transport sector, and mobility in general. Entity Data has quite a lot of experience in participating in innovation projects, among them Horizon 2020 and now Horizon Europe. We can participate both as coordinators and as partners, providing the technologies I mentioned, and also contributions on the exploitation and market outreach. A little bit more specific, we could contribute with our expertise in intelligent mobility. In this area, we work offering solutions to increase mobility quality, service, and efficiency in all the urban environment by using intelligent traffic systems. We also work on last mile solutions, developing technological solutions for shipment traceability, delivery prediction systems, and installation and management for automatic pickup terminals. As well, related to the topic, we could contribute with our expertise in asset management and supply chain optimization, and with traffic engineering. So, well, if you want to contact us, I'm happy to organize a short call, and you have my email on the bottom of the slide. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Patricia, also for the very straightforward presentation. And actually, let's go to the next organization, RULEX Innovation Labs. So Enrico, I think you are here.
Okay, hello everyone.
Hello.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everybody. I'm Enrico Ferrari. I am responsible for EU projects for RULEX Innovation Labs. Actually, we just joined ELIS, and we are working in the field of decision support system based on artificial intelligence proprietary algorithms. And our main application currently is to the logistics field. So we are covering all the value chain in decision support, coming from demand forecast and to all the network and transport optimization steps. And currently we are working with some of the most important companies worldwide, doing all the optimization of their supply chain. In particular, we developed a framework for transport optimization named Accelerate, which is able to perform a long horizon optimization of the transport in very quick time, meaning a few minutes for getting results, and in a very flexible way so that it is possible to add the constraint and rerun the algorithm very quickly, so also to be compliant with changing situations. So this is basically what we do. Our interest in the call and in general in the Horizon Europe opportunities are applying this framework to new fields of application. So for this call in particular, we believe that when you need to work with interconnected and very complex networks, you need to quickly take decision with the changing condition to ensure resilience of the network. So what we want to do is applying this expertise and this framework to help in doing optimization of the networks. Well, I think that's all. I just add that we are currently working on 3 Horizon 2020 projects, and so I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Enrico, and welcome to Alice. I think you addressed a very interesting area, and hope you can stay connected to many of our members and start working in the preparation of proposals, as I also hope for the rest. Then next, let's move to the next organization that is also a new member in Alice, is the Sabancı University in Turkey. So then, hello, Bülent. How are you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, can see you.
Hi, Fernando. Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. As Fernando mentioned, we are also new in Alice, and we are trying to explore the potential collaboration opportunities within this platform. So I'm a faculty member, a professor in Sabancı University. And Sabancı University is a relatively new, small foundation university located in Istanbul, Turkey. And I have an industrial engineering background, and I'm also the founding director of the Smart Mobility and Logistics Lab in this university. Our lab mainly focuses on developing models and solution methods for solving transportation-related problems, mainly on first mile or last mile logistic operations, urban transportation, as well as long-distance transportation and supply chain networks. So basically, we have a background in developing methods and algorithms based on optimization operations research methods, as well as artificial intelligence, to solve various problems within this context. And we have more expertise on electromobility and utilization of electric vehicles and electrification of the logistics operations. We try to provide solutions to overcome the drawbacks associated with the electric vehicles related to range anxiety, as well as long recharging durations, by better planning and better route optimization. And within the context of this call, we can provide support and bring academic flavor using optimization-based approaches. So we can develop methods, approaches, and models to optimize the operational efficiency of the logistics systems, better utilization of the logistic vehicles, better route planning through route optimization. We can also plan or help planning the collaborative logistic network, as well as assess the solutions that we can obtain in terms of the financial as well as carbon impacts. And also we can help validate the benefits of the collaboration schemes with respect to, in comparison to the existing classical conventional operations. So if you have any further questions, feel free to contact me. And thank you, Fernando, for giving this opportunity to present us and what we can offer within this context.
Thank you actually for joining and looking again, as I said with Enrico, I hope you can start collaborating with some other members very soon, and very outstanding expertise you have. Thank you so much. And then for the next one, we have TNO, but I have not. Okay, Igor, yes, you are here. Good.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can see you very well, actually. Floor is yours.
Good afternoon. My name is Igor Davidenko. I work at TNO Sustainable Transport and Logistics. For those who do not know TNO is a large Dutch research and innovation organization covering lots of topics from, say, medicine, defense, but also transport and logistics. I coordinate European projects, setting up European projects. The expertise of my team is mainly in autonomous and automated transport solutions, in connected transport solutions, also physical internet things, and in sustainability, making transport less pollutant and more efficient with respect to greenhouse gases. So this call is very interesting because it's right to show that decarbonization of transport and logistics should go mainly through a change in technological base from all polluting diesel trucks to zero emission solutions. But the speed of this change is not that good in order to get into the targets. So we need to work on logistics solutions to improve logistics and transport. That's why I think it's very timely that the Commission puts forward this call. What we also see is that, I would say so in the past projects, is that there is a good potential exists for collaboration between different parties in transport chains, such that through collaboration they improve their load factors and reduce waste in transport. What we saw in previous projects that there is potential on road transport of more than 20% carrier capacity matching. We developed a matching index such that different carriers can look at their operations and see whether they have a good match in order to avoid waste in transport. The carrier has freight from A to B, another carrier has freight from B to A. It's a good idea to collaborate in their operations. So this is what I think can be studied in this call. Further, and looking specifically what the Commission wants to see in the call, we want to contribute to development and demonstration of robust and transparent collaborative framework with guiding principles to ensure operational connectivity of logistics networks. Another point where we have, I think, good match is demonstration of real-world gains through such collaborations. Continue to work on elevation of bottlenecks in collaboration, and collaboration is not possible without a good mechanism for gain sharing. So gain sharing would be one of the most interesting topics to look at in this call. That's it.
Thank you very much, Igor. And okay, and then the next one is to Bill, but as I said, Domian told me he could not come because of a personal issue, and then Bill, as you may know, it's a logistics cluster based in Flanders, and they have I would say that the same type of companies and organizations we have in Addis at this domain, and eventually they have more members. I think they have around 600 members and then and they are really linked to the sector and the reality and the needs from the industry, and this are the key interests they could bring in terms of with them getting them involved in the requirements, mapping main barriers and opportunities, eventually with them coordinate use cases or demo sites in the area of Flemish, in Zeebrugge, Hamburg, Brussels, and Genk. And then they can also host dissemination activities. Actually, they have a new facility called Logvile that we couldn't go there yet, but I hope we can have soon a meeting and visit this demonstration center for logistics innovation that I think it's also quite active in physical internet. So then next move and to the next and last but not least to Vito. I think Ruben, you are here with us. Yes, I can see you.
Yes, I am. And you can hear me, Fernando.
Yes, we can hear you well.
Thank you. I'm new to the ALICE network as well, so one day hopefully we'll meet you all in the flesh. I'm Ruben. I'm working at Vito, which is a larger RTO in Belgium, Flanders, and I'm team leader of Move. And Move is a supply chain and network optimization service that we developed internally with our research team about 5 years ago and have deployed in several research programs already. And from our point of view, Move is specifically relevant for this call. It's our proprietary developed service, meaning that it's also flexible and can be easily adapted towards the constraints and preferences of the client or the project at hand. I would be the first bullet of the slide, coming more specifically to the call text, where it calls to identify and demonstrate the potential gains of logistic networks. That's exactly why we have developed Move. So there we see Move fit, and if there would be a project with a task developed around this call text segment, Move would be fit for purpose there. So what we strategically do is address such impacts and gains between, let's say, non-cooperative and individual networks as is situations or scenarios versus what they call for here, the integrated, shared or cooperative networks, if you will, which would be then the 2B scenarios. Classic ways in which we would address this is to describe these impacts and gains regarding defined KPIs, such as, but not limited to, the total mileage, the loading rate, the CO2 impact, number of vehicle movements. But as said, as we are own, let's say, our optimization code, we can also customize this towards the needs and specific KPIs of the project. But this allows us to, let's say, also differentiate between different scenarios and specifically express the gains or losses depending on the, let's say, logistic network configuration. We work in a GIS background. The logic of the model is it's maybe a bit technical, but a capacitated transshipment model. So this is, I think, specifically fit for, as what they call for here, to optimize flows, freight flows. But we also are engaged into first and last mile modeling if that would be needed. Finally, I invite you to, let's say, visit our website. There is a short 3-minute animation which captures, let's say, the high level non-technical essence of our service. You can find my details further on in the last section. And maybe to finalize, there is also online a track record of our previous cases to, let's say, as a proof of concept, and that we have a validated service which has been used in projects from Horizon 2020, BBI, Eranet, Interreg, etc. I will leave it with that and look forward to cooperating with you. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, actually. And thank you all, because you really managed to keep into the time. So maybe now I we finished with the round of presentations. Thank you also for all the insights. Most of you have also shared the full profile that, as I shared, it's and will be available in the knowledge platform. So then for people going there, and then yeah, when I retrieve, sometimes I retrieve questions or of potential partners for consortium. So then I will also refer to those ones if I receive those type of inquiries. Then question for the rest that are here not presented, if there is any of you that would like to spontaneously share a comment or an interest, very briefly, still we could accommodate one or two of you. Okay, I don't see. Then let's then move to the next point in the agenda. I would like to collect, as I said, this is the very first time we do this type of brokerage per topic. So then I would like to collect a little bit of feedback. So hopefully next time we, first of all, maybe we already reach good your expectations of what you expected for this type of event. So then we would like to know, but also we would like to know how we could actually improve. So then I would really like you to join the Slido, and here you have again slido.com Alice, and I also share in the chat the link that would bring you directly to the Slido. And then, okay, I see you are here already. And the first question is that I would really like you to evaluate the introduction I gave to the topic and the tools. So then if this was useful, I think at least a few of you were already active getting into the brokerage platform, and I could see that meantime. And also on the knowledge platform, the background of the topic. Feel free also then to okay, that's good. Okay, I don't see more. If any of you have comments directly, you can also switch on your camera and micro and just propose what you miss or what you would do differently. We are in a closed group, so then you can do that. I don't see any more, so then thank you. I think most of you appreciate it, and I'm happy about that. Anyway, if you have things you miss or you think you could be improved, and then maybe you can include here. Again, this is a cloud, so then you can really type free test here on what do you miss or what could be improved in this introduction I gave, only in the introduction. Okay. Is that you don't have comments, or maybe you don't have comments? So then, okay. Okay. Yeah, do's and don'ts, it's difficult to say because it would be only mine, not and maybe the advice for the evaluators would have different thing. But I think something I would really, I think something that we are going to do, or we are trying to do in Alice, is really getting baseline knowledge share. So I will really hope for the evaluators will be easy to find. For example, this BUSLOG report, I think it would be a good starting point. So then we don't go back to previous projects, and we can build upon that, as it could be the physical internal roadmap. So then I think the don't would be, I think projects need to go beyond what happened in the past and also look into the implementation, because it's innovation action. Yeah, physical meeting, I hope we can have it, and hopefully soon, and I really hope that. But okay, I see most of you have no comments, so then thank you for that. And then this reassures the plan. And then okay, for the physical meeting, let's see when it's really possible. Then I would also like to evaluate the session Alice members interested in the call and expertise to be brought into a consortium. So then all the presentations, so then if it was useful, I also consider that it can be useful for the topic itself, but also to get more connected or know people, or at least I could see some presentations or some contributions that could really fit for a collaboration even beyond the topic. But okay, good. A little bit more. Thank you anyway for keeping on this. Okay. Okay, that's already good. I see 12 of you. Any more? No. Okay, I keep a little bit more time. I saw before around 20 people were voting. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. So then for the next one is, what would you improve? What could be improved in terms of this part? So if you think something could be done better, maybe if you think more time, less time, I don't know. You think it cannot be better? Okay. Yeah, presentation for a coordinator looking for specific skills. That could be, it's always open, but if the coordinators of proposals that are, I know there are a few already preparing that they don't want to show up, you cannot do more. It's always open. If you for the next ones, if you are coordinating a proposal and you would like to do that, we would really like to dedicate more time. I think the breakout sessions, breakout rooms, I think it's a good idea. Let's see how we could implement industry participation. I think it's open, but difficult to get them in here. I think there are more users or expected to be contacted. I don't think they have the need to participate here, to be involved in consortiums. To be honest, are really search. Normally I receive 10 requests of consortiums looking for companies and one for other organization types. So just to be very transparent here. And I think yeah, I think that I would also tend to agree with this, be more specific in terms of the ideas of the project. I see some profiles were general but not concrete to the topic, and that I would also agree that for the next ones, if you are preparing a contribution or profile, it would be good that you take a little bit of time looking into the topic and be more concrete. Some of you have been concrete and did a great job. In other cases was a little bit more general, that I think it's also more unlikely you get really the result of you being invited for a consortium. So then thank you very much for this. I will take into consideration. And then I think this is the very last question, is that we are using this B2Match brokerage tool for long. We started already 1 year ago, and we have been running. It's true that we had for the 21 calls, we had some sessions, and we tried to get more this done in the proactiveness of the members, but we could not see many direct contacts, or at least not happening many contacts over the platform or meetings. And we hope, as we are now doing more concrete brokerage events, you can all use this brokerage tool also to meet other people based on these briefing brokerage events, and we want to keep it at the end. For the moment, we are keeping it until the end of March. If we see you are using it and you are happy with that, we can keep it and use it as one of the main tools. Okay. For this one, if I think if the rest could any more answers? Okay, I see them still coming. No more. Okay, I think this was the last one. I will keep it open so then you can still vote, and then from my side, just as the next step or next activities, I wanted to share that on the 22nd of February, the same time, we will do a similar setup. Maybe we see if we can do something different on this other topic that I think it's quite interesting for Alice, on urban logistics and planning, anticipating urban freight generation and demand, including digitalization of urban freight. And please save the date. You will receive very soon, all of you, an email with the information, registration, and you can also use the same type of templates. And I would also like you, and I will see how many of you have also joined the knowledge platform. I would recommend you join the knowledge platform for this topic already now. You have the link here if you are interested. And that's all on my side. Also to say that we are working on the 2022 topics, but the work program 23-24, the first draft has been received by member states. So then we will be sharing it quite soon. As I said, if you have it handy and you want to share with me, do it. So then I don't need to look for it. That would be really appreciated. If not, I will find out. No worries. So I don't know if I may ask all of you to switch on your cameras, so then we can at least take a picture. And my idea would be that I would also put us all that presented in a LinkedIn post, so then you get more noticed into the LinkedIn as potential partners for this topic. And okay, okay, more. So then, okay, cheers. Thank you so much. And if you have any feedback or any recommendation for future, happy to hear. Thank you very much. And looking forward to the next time. And as I said, hopefully, I think once the things improve a little bit in February, hopefully we can start planning for meetings. We have some plans already for May and June. Hope that they can be realized, so then everybody has opportunity to meet and then to make this happen in a more nice way. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.